is on the way to YouTube, everyone.
Now, I muted you as well, sadly, so you have to unmute yourself, Yogi.
Hello, everyone. Namaste on YouTube as well as on the Zoom meeting count. Namaste, everyone. I will make the some little changes, but all good. Thank you, everyone. I welcome you to the Sangha. And how is everybody doing?
Good.
And I hope you have a great time. I hope we have a great time together talking about something very important and interesting facts of life or spirituality or meditation, however it comes. So, some welcome everyone. And I believe there's some questions left from previous times and some question from this time. Is anybody who is on the Zoom meeting with me at present have any questions? Okay, please do.
Yogi ji, I have a couple of questions, but I'll do one, and then if you have time, I can
Do
do the
one
other.
at a time and give somebody else. There might be some more questions spring out of the same discussion, so we can take it from there.
So can I go ahead with the first one?
Absolutely. Over to you.
Okay, thank you. So when we hold our breath, I believe the carbon dioxide production is still going on in our body due to the respiration processes system.
Yeah.
Does the buildup of carbon dioxide internally in our body system upset the body organs and the glands? And could this be a negative effect?
I can answer that in one sentence or I can elaborate it. It does not have a negative impact. Because when you go into a meditation or a samadhi, you are actually not even breathing, but you get to enlightenment. So obviously, it does not have a negative impact to your organs, either mentally or physically. In the scientific approach or the medical aspect of it, remember you do not actually, when you exhale in, you are not only exhaling CO2, there is also a oxygen along with it. And you do not also fully exhale. What retention of the holding the breath inside gives you ability to consume the oxygen and have a deeper and fuller exhalation. So when you inhale, there will also be a fuller and then stimulate your circulatory system to uplift your mood. Inner breath retention actually can uplift your mood. The best thing you can do for a depression, lack of motivation, if you are lethargic, do not feel that your system gets stimulated, start holding the breath inside. But do it not in a randomly, but do it consciously in a rhythmic breathing pattern that we teach. I think you have practiced plenty of the practices of breathing exercises in the Pranakriya Yoga as well as in the Pranayam, Pranavidya we teach. In the Pranavidya practice, we also have lots of Pranayama practices. So all those practices are there to uplift your energy, uplift your mood, also the uplift your spirit. So I give you simplest example. If you do the systematic or your inner breath retention is a part of a practice, is beneficial to you. But if you are holding the breath randomly without the practice, that is having different consequences. But also I give you example of when you are stressed. Whenever you are stressed, psychologically what your body does, stop breathing. You hold naturally. Then when you're holding the breath naturally, is the body's way to survival instinct to stimulate your endocrine system, not to feel low and go into the moved by the holding the certain tension that is taking place at the time. That is your body defense mechanism. But pranayama practices actually can stimulate that way as well. Pranayama or the pranamidya practice we teach, a pranakriya yoga, same aspect of it. But holding the inner breath, the breath inside, antarkumbhaka, is actually the pranayam. Pranayam is not possible without holding the breath inside. So you do not need to worry. Your lungs still have plenty of oxygen while you're holding the breath inside. You don't consume entire oxygen when you have taken it. Also remember, you take more gases than oxygen at the time of inhalation. And this is also a subject of intention. During pranayama practice, your mindset is slightly different. If your mindset is I'm holding the breath inside and fighting with it can be very dangerous. But remember, if it becomes a subject of pranayama, pranayama is energy. You creating the extension for your mental capacity and willpower, as well as your stimulating your endocrine system. If you make it to the consumption or conservation of prana inside the body, at that time it is not negative. So pranayama or pranayam practice kumbhakas, what we do in yoga, they are done with certain bandhas. They are done with certain intention holding energy in certain places to keeping the lock in the body. So it's not dangerous. So if you don't do the bandhas and you hold the breath inside, either you do the manas bandha or you do the stula bandha, means the physical energetic lock or mental energetic lock, it is not dangerous. If you're just holding the breath inside, yeah, it can be dangerous. It depends how actually you're holding the breath inside. Is that answer your question?
Yes, thank you very much. Brilliantly. Thank you.
And I give you example of it. If somebody suffer from a feeling low all the time, I give you example. You get them in nowadays. If you have seen in the hospitals, they give you a paper to breathe in and out, same air, to uplift your spirit. It is actually pranayama practice. We do that in Kriya. We use our head and we breathe into the palm, same practice, to uplift, to stimulate the brain sensation inside the body. But you do it for rhythmic sound, a certain period of the time, and the ratio of the breath is slightly different as well. But a general practice, if you are feeling low, energy, motivation, depression, I'm not taking the responsibility. If somebody has any breath conditions, I would be giving an example now. Anyway, sorry. People will be watching that on YouTube. But if it was in the practice, there's some of the practices you can do because the respiratory system is quite sensitive matter. But if you do like to practice, there's many kriyas and many pranayama practices we cover across the Pranayama training or the programs, also the Pranayama program, which you have been participating in your eyes.
Yeah.
So it's good that you asked the question, but there is no concern, there is no problem with that. As the only intention of holding the breath inside defines it. Are you holding to fight with the body, or your pran anusundhan? Pran anusundhan means you are creating the prana conservation, or your intention to feel the energy and the vibration inside the body rather than making it physical. So you change your relationship, mental relationship, as well as in the energetic relationship. You will have no problem with that.
Right. Thank you.
And next question, my friend.
Okay, the second question, if I may, is we're often asked to inhale when we've applied chin lock.
Uh-huh.
Surely, is this not counterproductive? Should we inhale and then apply chin lock? Or have
Depends,
I...
again, is the sometimes the half knowledge can be very dangerous. So there's many practices, Rajbhai.
Yeah.
There are many practices. If you talk about in the Prana Kriya Yoga, there's many kriyas. I do ask to inhale as you with a Jalandhar Bandha, but that is to stimulate certain part of your spine.
Right.
It is not, again, I said, Pran, where I'm holding your mental attention and which area of the body feel the presence of your mind, it makes a difference. So when you're practicing chill lock, holding the breath, the chin to throat, breathing to nostril, even you can inhale normally and look to up your nose, inhale, completely different experience. Your breath intention changes. When you have chill lock or inhaling, first of all, lots of people cannot practice a ujjayi breath. Restrict the throat will stimulate the thyroid gland.
Yeah.
One benefit. Second benefit is clarity of your frontal lobe of the brain. Affect the cervical part of the spine area. There's many benefits to it. It's just a matter of when you are doing it. Again, is a subject to the mental intention and the part of the practice. What else you're doing with it? If you are doing a bandha and doing a kumbhaka, is a different story.
Right. Yeah.
So you asking me I have not asked you to inhale through your nostrils, the chill lock and hold the breath inside. It's been always in a part of the flow.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And if this bandha has been done, it's been done with certain different mudra.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So don't mix two practices. Pranakriya is completely different practice to a Pranamidya practice that we have done.
Yes. Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So it's not a counterproductive.
No. No.
It is a part of the practice.
Yes.
And do you notice yourself any difference?
Oh yes, yes, I do. I mean, I feel more energetic after Pran Kriya. Definitely more energetic and lively, and also not only the top part of
Do
the
you
body,
notice any negative impact on your body by holding the breath inside? Do you notice any negative impact on yourself by holding the breath inside?
No, none at all. This was just trying to understand.
No, I'm only asking the question. And, do you notice any difficulties? Do you notice the difference breathing while you are keeping the Jalandhar Bandha?
Oh no.
It's a very good practice to do with Jalandhar Bandha. If you have a minor heart condition because
Oh,
it makes the Ujjayi breath. It also the people who does not have a good control over the diaphragm. Along with it, also the poor thyroid
right.
activation is very good for your thyroid and parathyroid gland practicing uh, Janardar Bandha in breathing practice. But depend how or what practice you're doing. Obviously, you can't do alternating motion breathing or the other practices there, but it's a different parts of it. Again, to the creating the prana sanchara means the directing the prana to the particular areas of the body in different practices is also part of the pranayam, part of the pranavidya as well as the pranakriya yoga. So it's different practice, my friend.
Thank you very much. Thank you,
Hello.
Pranam.
How do you find it while you're practicing the pranayam with a uh, chillok with Jalandhar Bandha?
I enjoy it more, and I tend to concentrate more when I do that with Jalendra Bandha, and yeah. But and overall in Pran Kriya, it's I just concentrate more on pranayams than on if you're doing pranayam as part of a class practice.
Okay, cool. I have a very good dear friend. William is saying, I feel, probably he talked about feel, but he said feel. I feel twice in a month. I had a hard, subtle interaction. How can you have subtle, hard, and subtle interaction? This will be very difficult. With birds outside. The first one was a wood pigeon. We throw seeds out for the birds. The wood pigeon stayed around me. That's very nice. I hope wood pigeon was not dancing on your head, William. And the saying that the wood pigeon have found the feeder. So don't become a feeder. And he said that during my exercise in the garden, it stared at me. I think wood pigeon have fallen in love with you, William. I think so, seriously, because the I look straight at the kind, lovely interaction in my mind. It then started calling. It is actual self-awareness linked between us. I think you can speak the pigeon language, William. And be careful, don't feed the pigeons in London. You know, you can be penalized for it. There's legal penalty for it.
Oh,
Being kind in London is legal penalty. You cannot feed the wild birds. They only allowed to eat the garbage that left by humans overnight party people on the street. So you cannot feed them healthy food, William. So you will have a problem, my friend. But look like he have fallen in love with the bird, the pigeon. Be careful, eh? Okay. So we have some of my dear students who actually can speak a pigeon language. Can you imagine if everybody can understand the animals when they get slaughtered? Can everybody understand is the your plate where you eat it also talks to you? But by the time it's probably dead. Ask that pigeon as well. Maybe not the pigeon, some other animal, I think. Were you in the pigeon posture while the pigeon was talking to you? Be careful, guys. Anybody, if you do the pigeon posture in the park, pigeon may come around you and start having the subtle interaction with you. Similarly, the crane, swans, the crow. I don't think you have crows in London. Peacocks, unless you're in Holland Park, then you have peacocks there too. But I have done many times peacock potion park, but no peacock came. Anyway, anybody else have a question that was a good interaction with William? Yoga can do give you certain awareness. Remember that yoga is nothing to do with other than your ability while you are in the body to be discovered. Yoga can actually help you, meditation can help you, pranayam, pranamidya can actually help you. They can help you to unlock your abilities, unlock your psychic capabilities. Also, the cosmic intelligence which everybody is connected with. You can do understand animals, you can do understand birds, you can do understand everything and anything around you. And you can understand the trees. That is the such a beautiful way of mind should be. If you can feel the love to the animal, you don't need to practice kindness, I guarantee you. Because the day you can feel the love to the animals or everything around you, I guarantee you do not need to practice kindness. You do not need to practice compassion. You will be living kindness and compassion. I guarantee you cannot hurt or harm any animal since then, never mind any human. So, but you have to raise your vibration, align your vibration to that point, align your vibration to the cosmic intelligence, the intelligence around you and inside you, align that, and you find out you become completely abundance. What is abundance? Abundance is not having a unlimited money in your bank account. Abundance is not having a access to whatever you want. You can walk in and take it, and you feel that you have abundance. Limited. Abundance is not that something, whatever you desire, you have every luxury of the world. I know lots of people, and if you look back in the history, there was lots of people who had a every luxury of the world, yet they felt poor inside. They still felt lack, not enough. As long as you have the idea of not enough, the lack, not connected, not aligned your inner intelligence with the cosmic intelligence, you will always feel a lack. The lack, psychological or mental, or in your life, will make you do actions that you do not want to do. They will be driven by the insecurity, they will be driven by the unkindness, because when you are trying to fulfill your lack, you will not be hesitant to take a decision out of greed, or it may hurt somebody, may have any form of impact on anyone, but because aim is just only the self abundance. My friend, the day you can align your inner intelligence to the cosmic intelligence, there is a abundance. You can have material limitation, but can have the abundance. You can have material abundance, but can have lack inside, not have the real abundance. So depend what is the your purpose of the practice. Always when you practice, try to look inside, try to feel inside. Are you practicing to attain something, or are you practicing to accept yourself? If your intention is always to attain something, there is always a lack. Because I believe you yourself is absolutely abundance. Only reason is you are now tapping into yourself. The source of abundance is in you, not outside. If you can unleash that potential, if you can unlock that potential with the help of yoga, pranayam, or meditation, you create a possibility for peace. You create a possibility for non-violence. You create a possibility for living in love. You create a possibility for kindness towards you as well as other. You create a possibility for a compassion living, breathing inside you. As long as you feel a need to act kindness, you don't have one. I guarantee you that much. Because you are not living. Otherwise, you do not need to act as a kind. That will be your nature. That will happen without you thinking. Similarly applies to the love, similarly applies to the compassion. But remember not to identify that I am a very compassionate person. I am a very kind person. I am a very loving person. I am a very enlightened person. The time you claim, it will create again negative impact. It will have completely disconnection with your cosmic intelligence. That every the time you claim, you disconnect from cosmic vibration. You're no longer part of cosmic intelligence. So try to find a way. Why do you need to claim if you are a good? Just be good. If you are compassionate, be compassionate. You don't need anybody else to know and praise you for it. So through the pranayam, through the yoga practice, through the dhyana practice, meditation practices, if you do develop any form of psychic ability or develop any siddhi, any extraordinary intelligence, or you can call it ET, alien activities inside your brain, then you feel like that you're turning into an alien, you're becoming an ET, is extraterritorial. The word called extra, what do you call it? I only know the word alien, ET or the
Extraterrestrial.
extraterrestrial. If you feel like that you're turning into one, means you are in the right path. Remember that you may feel alien living in society, living in circumstances, and you all the time beat yourself because it does not fit me. I feel I'm a different person, they are a different person. Let them be different, accept your difference. You don't need to fight that you do not fit in society. Who cares? As long as you fit in your body, as long as you fit in your mind, as long as you fit in your intelligence. If you accept yourself, that's good enough. Somebody else accepts you or not accepts you is their problem. So if you're practicing yoga, meditation, and living a spiritual life, there might be many people around you, your friend circle, or your relatives may question that somebody have gone nuts, somebody have lost the plot. This is the idea you actually can hear. You start practicing yoga and tell your relatives that I'm practicing yoga. They say you lost the plot. This is the time for you to get a job, earn money. But what you can do both things parallel. Practice yoga, practice pranayama, practice meditation, have in your life whatever you need to do. But I remember back in India when people find out that you practice yoga, they treat you like that you are about to ask them for money because they think that you are poor. It's not the case. How rich you are inside, the money person can never know. They will only know the money they have, but they don't know how rich you are inside your heart. So the people may see the yoga or meditation is may not be their cup of tea. That does not mean you have to compromise your intelligence. There is also I was watching the 2 3 weeks ago. Somebody was saying the yoga is devil. Whoever practices yoga is worships devil. Possibly, yes, I agree with it 100%. I have absolutely no uh, question with that. It was one of my students who faced the training, got very upset by it and traumatized because some religious organization commented that anybody who practices yoga is worshipping devil and try to uh, is devil practice. And for a moment, I looked back and I quite laughed actually. I thought they at least one thing they got it right, that you are worshipping a devil. When you practice, where the devil lives inside the body. When you practice yoga, who you try to discover? Devil inside you. So obviously you are worshipping a devil to get it out of your system. So if somebody tells you that you're worshipping a devil, you say, yes, I'm worshipping a devil because devil is inside me. I want to get that devil out of my body so I can be pure and clean. So yoga actually helping me to get that devil out of myself. So when you practice yoga, you are not working with God. I can guarantee you that you are not working with God. If somebody tells you, they are giving you wrong information. You are working to clear your consciousness. You're working to unlock the devilish energy inside you, your belief system that actually is stopping you from your growth. That is the devil inside. You are discovering that so you can be free from it. So, through yoga, pranayam, meditation, you are working to unleash your full potential. When the devil is out of you, God will automatically come. The energy will automatically come inside you. So my friend, whoever believe that you're worshipping devil by practicing yoga, I agree with you. Because you are the devil inside you, get your devil out of you by practicing yoga. So you create a possibility God can come and live in you. So if you do get questions that it affects your life, affects because you feel alienated, don't need to fight with it. Except you say thank you. You carry on your path. Let them carry on their path. You carry on your path. Never feel insecure, shaken. Also the disturbed by other people's judgment of your practice and your path. Your life is yours. Your intelligence is yours. Is your karmas, your potential created by you to experience the cosmic intelligence inside you and also around you. So I think William have reached that capacity of being alien. Lots of people do think everybody falls in love with him. Even in India, he was there with me in the Tiruvannamalai. There was most strange people will come and have a conversation with him and want to take photograph with him. And he speaks Tamil despite he doesn't really know. They think he thought he speaks with them. But his relationship was not communication by the word, but was either consciousness, energetic communication. So the William is psychic. There's a couple of other people also I know that they actually, when you meditate, sometimes you see animals. Why? Because that animal spirit is inside you. Because some deep down, you have certain behavior patterns of that animal inside you. Free from that animal nature, you become a divine being. Not to worship that animal inside you, not to hold on to that identity that I see an eagle whenever I meditate. It's great to see an eagle, but try to develop the potential of an eagle. That eagle have such a sharp eyes, king of the sky flying high, fearless. That's what you need to unleash inside you, but not just worship an eagle, paint yourself with eagle everywhere. This is not spirituality. Drop it, my friend. You just go the wrong path. Practice yoga, practice pranayam, practice meditation. You create a good possibility for yourself. So, anybody else in the group have any question would like to ask? That was the question somebody actually asked, that they suffer from social questioning if they practice yoga, but everybody questions, family give hard time, relatives give hard time. Also, the religion they belong to, everybody who's in that religion gives them a hard time. I will not disclose the name of the person, but my friend, remember, religions have zero interest for your growth. Be religious, don't worry about religion. Your interest, you need to find it. Religion will have their interest to control, manipulate, to create set the standards for their benefit. You need to find it. Do you relate with their benefit to be your benefit? And then you are both parties in the same plate. Please continue. If you don't align with it, walk away from it. Start pranayam, start yoga, start meditation. You will find your path, I guarantee you. So, anybody else have a question? The group? If not, anybody else on YouTube?
Hi, namaste.
Namaste. Who's there, please?
Luke.
Okay. Hello, Luis.
I have this book I was reading, Pranayama by Swami Niranjananda Saraswati.
From the High School of Yoga.
And I read that they don't recommend if you are an introverted person, the Ujjayi breathing, but I'm very introverted. I've always been very shy. And I love doing this breathing while I practice hatha and the pranayama. Do you really think it really affects that introversion?
What is wrong being introverted, my dear?
Why is wrong?
Yeah.
Because sometimes you don't feel so comfortable.
You don't feel comfortable.
Yes, or you don't express yourself so well.
Then it is a social issue or the personal issue?
Mm, no, more social.
Okay. So the practice any yoga, what you can do, start practicing yoga in the park. One part, start with. Second part, the for introvert person, I will not recommend a Brahmari Pranayam,
Hmm.
but you can practice a Ujjayi Pranayam as well as a Bhastrika, Kapalbhati. And I think you come regularly to Pranakriya Yoga, so that will be good enough if you practice regularly. Because if you know, we do lots of weird stuff that will take your the introvert nature out absolutely.
Yeah.
So if you can make sure you come regularly to the practice, and that will be very helpful for you. Point one. And second point is uh, practicing Brahmari Pranayam can make you more aware why actually you are introverted. Maybe your nature to be introverted, your purpose to be in this lifetime is to be introverted and be in a meditative state, nothing to do with society. So you need to first align with your inner intelligence what is your purpose is, or what is your nature, your spirit want. Your spirit want to be quiet, loves meditation, and but society you live in say come for party every night, and then you go to the party but you don't really enjoy. You feel bad. You feel I'm introverted person. I'm suffering from being introverted. Wrong question. You should not be asking. You should be asking yourself, what is my purpose? If I have a nature of introverted, that is for a reason. I cannot question the creation.
Hmm.
And you, if you are questioning your inner intelligence, means maybe try to align with your inner intelligence, try to find out what actually your purpose is. If your purpose to be introverted, be meditative, as long as it is not medically classified as depression, which can be sometimes, but some regular practices will create a alignment with your inner understanding, and you act upon and live as per your inner intelligence or your inner alignment of your purpose and your spirit inside. How it, where you feel comfortable. Maybe you become a one day extrovert and you will have a problem with that because your spirit may not really enjoy that. Then you will find something, okay, I want to become introverted, have a bit more quiet time in my life. I'm I'm quite too expressive. So it can be seen as an art, or it can be your nature, or it can be grown out of nature. If you feel uncomfortable, there's plenty of practices you can do. But if it was me in your place, I will be aligning myself to my intelligence inside to see, is that my nature? If that my nature, I accept it and stay with it, and I will find expression that I am introverted.
Hmm. Thank you very
So
much.
as long as you see that being introverted is a problem, that's what the problem is. Accept that and be comfortable with it. And you see, if you are start judging, everybody else will judge that something is wrong with you. That person, I'm not saying the somebody is wrong or right, but it is stop judging yourself as being introverted is something wrong.
Hmm.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
I thank you. But if you're practicing, Ujjayi breath is very good, but as long as you hold the breath inside, don't just practice it. Second part, Brahmani Pranayam, I will not recommend to you, but the rest of the pranayams actually you can do, especially Mursa Pranayam. Anybody else have any question? All okay? Anybody on YouTube have any question? If not, we can end today's Sangha here. Thank you, everyone. Om Hari Om.